Okay, welcome back today to the Caribou Data Science channel. This is the evening of Friday, November the 19th. I'm getting ready to start my afternoon data reports. First of all, I'm going to update my view counts. Okay, just come down here. We're going to take this right here. So the question is, how do I remove? Remove these two numbers here. Cancel there. So we can start up here at the U.S. For kids 2, Sweden 11, Spain 3, Portugal 4, very nice. Ohio 1. I guess the people in Ohio are roughly content to be led around by the nose, to be lied to by the news media and the governor's office. 3. Okay. No views. 8, 3, 1. Ohio 2 views. Israel 12. Okay, so now we got our numbers updated. Okay, where do we want to begin now? Well, let's begin as we always do with Brazil. Seems like I just finished my live stream. Wait a minute, I did just finish my live stream. So, since we're doing a live stream here, before we get started, of course, I want to invite you all to come back at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. For Dave's Data Anite channel. Thank you all for coming back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's just go without the headset for right now. Okay. So as you can see here, I want to invite you back this evening at 8 p.m. for Dave's Data Lake channel. If you're interested in our programming, data analytics, data visualization, data wrangling, join me this evening at 8 p.m. New York time. For Dave's Data Lake channel, there's a link to my Twitch channel in the description below. So let's just get started here with let's just start with the U.S. since we're already here. Okay. Of course, we're deleting all the reports from yesterday. Okay, so let's just see what the numbers have to tell us today. Okay, what you can see since January 2020, we've had 47.5 million cases of COVID-19 in the U.S. In the last week of February 2020, we've had 768,695 cases. We're currently averaging 71,368 cases per day, which projects over the next 12 months to 26.04 million cases. Okay. 1,122, we're currently averaging 1,122 deaths, which works out to 446,000 plus deaths over the next 12 months. Now, what we can see here, if you can see that 2020 COVID-19 cases, despite a massive vaccination effort, still passed 2020 cases. And we can see here for the third quarter, the COVID-19 cases for the third quarter 2021 or the third most of any quarter so far. Now we can take a look here at the monthly numbers. You can see nice declining pattern during the spring and summer for the for COVID-19 cases in America. Then we had a 2-month increase followed by now riding a 3-month decrease in COVID-19 cases in the U.S. And we can take a look at the weekly numbers here, okay? And you can see the pattern, right? This is 25,000 here, okay? Or 250. This is 250,000, I guess, right? Yeah, 250,000 here. The spike in the question: what's causing this spike over here? Is it Delta variant? Is it unvaccinated people? Or is it just that the vaccine isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing? Isn't keeping us from getting COVID-19? Okay. Big spike over here, followed by a long downward trend. And what we can see here, we take a look at the numbers. You can see that cases in the U.S. spiked on January 8th at 303,492 cases for a single day. Then back during the spring, we've fallen down to as low as 10 to 15,000 before spiking back up here again at 265,423 cases back on September the 7th. And then, of course, falling back down again to on November the 18th at 109,578 cases here, with an average number of cases per day of 90,205. Okay, now what about U.S. deaths? Now, what do you think about this report? Should I use this report for all of my COVID-19 reports? This is an interesting question, Donna. But it's not an answer that can be taken lightly. Okay. Now, for COVID-19 deaths from the U.S., you see this here. Okay. Again, COVID-19 deaths past 2020 COVID-19 deaths. And again, the COVID-19 deaths for the third quarter of 2021 is the quarter with the third most deaths so far in COVID-19 for the U.S. Monthly numbers, look at this nice declining pattern during the spring and summer. 1, 2, 6 months in a row, we had a decline in COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. Then, of course, when all of a sudden, for reasons unknown to me, we had a 2-month increase, a sharp increase in COVID-19 deaths in August and September. But again, in October, the deaths began to fall, and almost certainly COVID-19 deaths for November 2021 will be less than these two numbers right here. So this is what we got here now. You can see that we got this long declining pattern down into here. Okay. I'm not a big. Oh, Tran is still here.
That's very important. It's just. Thank you, Melman, and thank you, Jono. It's so important. That's a good delivery, but it's not. Welcome back, David.
You're welcome. Thanks. I hate to ask this question. You know what's interesting about this? I think it's odd about this. That
is a very long sound effect. I might change that one. That was welcome.
What date are you? Hmm. Okay.
Or Frankie's window throne, or most importantly, to show us Frankie on his window throne, peering down upon his minions, judging them.
Here's your code.
Requesting the data package.
We'll just do a quick follow here. How do I know, I'll come back over here. There you go.
In the play-by-play versus the shot zone. So let's work on the boomers. It seems to be limited to the boomers, the issue. If I look, it is. Okay, so something is happening with.
Let's just come over here, GitHub. EQ. There you go.
So I need to.
Okay. I know I have her here because that's. Oh, thanks. RH. RIH. RI. Okay, sorry, I'm getting a little distracted here again by a couple of things going on. Okay, I'm sorry about that. This is U.S. COVID-19 deaths by week. Long declining pattern down here. Uh, then we had this accursed for July spike that ruined the year for us. So let's just come down here. So deaths, you can see deaths again. Deaths, so you can see the death spiked at on January 20th, 4,442 deaths for a single day. But then during the summer months, it dropped down to low double digits, triple digits. Spiked back up again on January 16th at 3,459 cases, deaths, I mean, and then fell back down again to 1,262 deaths. Now this is kind of a little fun little thing here. What we got here is that for every 100,000 people, roughly 25 to 30 people have COVID-19. Okay, what about for every 100,000 people, how many people have died from COVID-19? Well, the answer to that is this is 1/4 of a person, and this is 1/2 of a person. So somewhere between 1/4. Let's just be generous and let's just round us up to 1/2. So right now, for 100,000 people in the U.S., 1/2 of a person's died from COVID-19. All right. So that actually does conclude the report